get after them at halftime, or how did you do that?
You know, we really didn't get after them a whole lot at halftime. I know that might be surprising. I mean, there are times in the game where I certainly did, but I thought it was needed. It wasn't for any other reason than, you know, our team doesn't have a great margin for error, especially against a team as skilled and as experienced as Utah Valley is. They did not catch us off guard. This wasn't a situation where we were still thinking about our UConn victory or didn't respect Utah Valley. Just the opposite. We've had some excellent practices. Our guys understood, and so did we as a coaching staff, that some of the things that Utah Valley has, great size, unbelievable skill level, and they run their offense as well as any team will face this season. We knew we were in for a fight, and it was just great for us to respond the way we did at halftime. Obviously, Brandon Randolph came out and did. I haven't seen anybody do that for us in McHale like that since Gabe York in his senior day against Stanford. I mean, those were 4 big shots, and he gave everybody confidence. I think everybody lost confidence, from the fans to the coaches to the cheerleaders. We were all looking out there saying, this doesn't look right, and that's what a player like Brandon can do for you. But just watching him develop, let's think about his last 2 games. He went to UConn, went 9 for 9 from the line, did not make a 3, and ended with a double-figure scoring night in spite of his shooting. And then on the heels of that, you know, he comes back and breaks the game open with 4 made threes. So I think you see that. I know he has scored in double figures in every game, and I see it every day. He's getting better. He has the gold jersey, practicing hard, working hard on defense, and it's really exciting to see him go from his freshman year in the role that he had and the player that he was to all of a sudden his sophomore year, and watch him grow like he has. But tonight was a lot of guys' night, but what he did set him apart from the rest of our team.
Did you look like he was ready to step back and keep shooting those threes?
You know, we also were due. We were 12 for 22 from the three-point line. I think we're a better overall shooting team than we've shown. But I'll also tell you guys, if you really pay attention to the styles that we've played against a number of really quick, full court, half court pressure type of teams. Georgia Southern, UConn, Auburn, our season opener, Houston Baptist. Those are teams that really get out and take away the three-point shot. Tonight was just the opposite. Utah Valley's big and strong and smart, and they tried to clog the lane. That's why we had so many charges. We drove to shoot. You got to drive to pass. But we adjusted. To our players' credit, some of the best moments in the second half, we adjusted to the defense. Guys put the ball on the floor to pass it. The ball moved better, and that's what really broke the game open. I mean, 51 points in the second half is a heck of a night.
Body language just seemed so much different too. I mean, did you have a talk with him at halftime, or where did that come from? Where he was shooting him, you know, on the break, smiling, and it seemed a lot more energetic. Whereas he maybe seemed a little tentative at UConn shooting sometimes.
No, Brandon's demeanor is pretty much the same every day. You know, I can't count the smiles versus the serious looks, but he gives great effort. He plays both sides of the ball, and you know, nobody likes to miss shots, but I think in his case, he's really working hard every day and trying to not only be a scorer, but an overall very good player. And his teammates will tell you that if you ask them. So you kind of reap what you sow. You know, everybody talks about honor the process, and you know, he is working, you know, every day at his game, and he's one of our hardest workers, and it's really translating into games right now.
Better to be in one of these types of games than the 30-point blowouts you've been in the past.
You know, I've said it the other day, you know, Ryan Reynolds, who's been with me for a long time, does a great job scheduling. Not everybody is going to understand college basketball scheduling in 2018. What once was is no longer in place. But a game like Utah Valley, a game like Georgia Southern, if you continue to watch these teams, they're excellent teams. And You get credit for winning if you win. Your team gets better and grows, and it toughens you for conference play. And I think our schedule speaks for itself. Our next game is going to be one of our most difficult, and then the game after that will be incredibly difficult. So I think everything's set up for us to prepare for the Pac-12 and also give our guys the most opportunities we can. We only get 13 of these, and we're going to try the best we can to have a great non-conference season. And I think where we're at right now, a lot of us in our locker room feel good because we've earned the record that we have right now.
The other Brandon too, had another nice game too. What did you see from him, especially rebounding?
Brandon Williams is unflappable. I can get on him. I can coach him hard. He moves on to the next play. It's a great characteristic to have. I actually wish I had that characteristic sometimes. It's just nothing bothers him. And those types of guys, they're gamers. Just like at UConn, guy walks to the line in front of 14,000 people, knocks them both in as if he'd been there many times. Tonight, he did not have a great first half. We challenged him in a number of ways, but the stat that really jumps out for me is he had 10 rebounds. He had 8 defensive rebounds, 15 points, played a lot of point guard because Justin Coleman was in foul trouble, and in 30 minutes had 2 turnovers. So played an excellent game, and he too is getting better.
Liked how they extended on defense on the perimeter and made it difficult for them to take shots.
We did, and you have to give great effort to do that against them because they cut, they move, and sometimes in a man-to-man, it's like the running game in football. It's you just getting 2 yards. Why are you running, coach? But if you just keep hitting it, all of a sudden you can wear the other team down. Man-to-man defense can do that to an offense, and those threes aren't as easy. The cuts aren't as easy. The pressure, and I thought we did a good job of sustaining our effort. 1 for 8 from 3 in the second half is a big reason that we beat them. That's what they shot.
Your offense in the second half was stepped up. I think you shot 60%. What do you think?
We really moved the ball, and we had a player, go unconscious. I mean, a lot of times, I like to say, oh, we did this. I mean, he came off screens, made the shot, and they all mattered, every one of them.
Is Emmanuel Aycott getting closer to the Emmanuel Aycott that you want to see?
No doubt. He continues to make small steps. I thought the guy who scored on him a couple times in the second half made some tough shots. But he was right there, and, he gives you another ball handler on the court. So much of E-Man is confidence. You forget how young these guys are. And that 3-point shot he took in front of our bench, you almost sensed that it was going to go in because there was no hesitation. He had a good look, and I was really happy for him that it went in.
Anything else?